Hey, what's up? How you doing, fellow Switch bargain hunters? It's James Zamera here at SwitchWatch. I hope you're doing well. It's been really stormy this weekend with Eunice hitting our shores. I hope everyone here in the UK is safe. I don't know about you, but I've been locked in and just playing some games. Now, last week was a really massive sale, and like all things, they swing in roundabouts. This week, you have to look that little bit deeper to find good games. But fear not, we've picked 10 games that we think are worth considering at the moment on sale across the UK, EU and US. So we'll keep things short and sweet. Jordan, Juan, what have you guys picked this week?
Hey everyone, it's Jordan here, back with my bargain of the week. It feels like it's been a while. Well, I'm bringing out the big guns, kind of. I'm gonna go with Worms W.M.D. Many say that this is the best Worms experience since Armageddon, and I think I might agree with them. With this game, they went back to what made the series great originally, and it's at a fantastic price right now of £4 in the UK, $6 and euros. That's a really incredible price, 80% off. Only issue is that maybe you don't want to give Team 17 your money after the stunts they tried to pull with their NFT nonsense. They got a lot of backlash about that. This sale is tempting though. What do you guys feel? Is the deal too good to resist, or will you refuse to buy anything from them in the near future? I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Anyways, that's my bargain or my thought of the week.
Hey then everyone, hope you're all very well. I'm kicking things off today with Monster Sanctuary as my pick. Now, this is a monster collecting RPG. It has inspiration from Pokemon in terms of sort of collecting your monsters, but what I really like about it is that it's set in a Metroidvania world, and it's your monsters with their different skills that allow you to progress through different sections of that world. I think that's rather unique, and I liked that a lot. Now, it's a very accomplished game. I had the pleasure of discovering and enjoying this game on actually Xbox Game Pass, but I have been playing it also on my Nintendo Switch, and I found it to be very good indeed. The 3v3 battle system, complete with elemental tactics and a skill system, is a real treat. And if you like good old RPG games, then I would suggest you give this a go, especially with 66% off right now on the Nintendo eShop. I think that's a real bargain for a game that you're going to enjoy immensely. Take care, everybody. See you next week.
Thanks guys, two really nice picks there. Now for me, I couldn't look past this absolute bargain. Yes, it's Lumo and it has 90% off. This is a love letter to isometric platformers, and it's really a genre that it's been pretty dormant for a long time. There's just not many games in it anymore. It features some upgraded visuals and sounds and throws in a bunch of puzzles for good measure as well. There are 400 rooms to navigate, and these are a real blast to be played in short bursts or even for a long session. There are lots of nods to the games that came before it, but if you don't catch them, it really won't impact your enjoyment, so it's just like little Easter eggs for you to find. This is an addictive little game worth picking up, especially, as I said, with 90% off across the UK, EU and US as well. Now next up, it's Ministry of Broadcast. This is an adventure platform game that is really heavily stylised and inspired by George Orwell's 1984. What a classic that is. In terms of gameplay, you can see the influence from games like the original Prince of Persia and Another World and stuff like that, with its levels full of traps, enemies and puzzles. It's an interesting game. It doesn't really get everything perfectly right, to be honest, but it is a good experience, and it's less than £5 or $5, so it is worth giving it a go. My next pick is Overcooked II. Now, to be honest, over the years, this is a game that I've picked a couple of times because it does often have a pretty chunky sale on. And for those of you who've been watching for a while, you'll know that this is a co-op game that's really fun, and it was a game that me and my wife really enjoyed during lockdown. It's all about cooking, and you have to kind of take on these manic tasks between you. One of you needs to chop and get stuff prepared, whilst the other one needs to get stuff on a plate and serve it. You kind of get the gist. These games have been around for a while, but this one's particularly fun, and the first one's fun as well. There's also a bundle that includes both the first and second in a nice HD remaster, but right now this one's got 75% off, and it's definitely worth picking up if you haven't played it and you've got a bit of time on your hands. Sticking with multiplayer games, but more on the competitive side rather than co-op this time, it's Boomerang Foo. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I do really enjoy a game that you can have never played before and you can pick it up and get it in about 5 seconds. That makes it perfect when people come around, because if your game is complicated to explain, the truth is you'll be bored before you even get to play it. Now, it's easy to pick up and play, it will make you laugh, and it's challenging all at the same time, and that's a really good combination for a party game. There are a bunch of different arenas with different approaches, with power-ups to race for. There's not loads of different modes, there's not online play, but it's just really fun if you have some friends or family over. At the opposite end of the spectrum, down in Bermuda is an intriguing, short, single-player puzzle adventure with a nice little charming tale, and it's got quite a lot of character to it as well. You crash-landed into this mysterious region 30 years ago, and you've been surviving on this desert island since then. And fast forward these 30 years, and as an elderly man, you decide it's time to get back and set off to do so. Why now? Well, I've got no idea really. But your journey takes you across 6 different islands for around about 4.5 hours from start to finish. Mostly, you need to look around the beautifully drawn areas to find gems, a bit like Where's Wally. There are some mini games thrown in as well, and a pleasant soundtrack. And at full price, it's probably a little bit steep to be fair, but with 90% off in the US at the minute, it's a nice steal. Crysis has been remastered and ported to the Switch, as has Part 2 and 3, and they're all superb to this day. Now here we're talking about the original, the fast-paced action as you take on enemies in lush environments wearing your superhuman nanotech suit is thrilling and satisfying. It's a proper old game that's held up surprisingly well. There's a lot to enjoy here. If you never played it the first time around, there's a really good story, there's the ability to tackle goals in various ways, and the game is a blast to play on the move as well as on a TV. Now, when it came out, this game really did push the bar on graphics and environmental physics, and amongst all of that, it's just a great shooter. With 50% off in all regions, it's a really solid deal. Now, earlier on, I talked about Overcooked II and how fun that game is, especially in local co-op mode. And this is very much along the same lines, both in terms of looks and in terms of gameplay. The premise is that you're a moving company and you visit different buildings and get stuff out and delivered to the new place in the best possible way. It's really simple to pick up and play, and it's a game that doesn't actually have too much challenge. If you're a casual gamer, or you're a hardcore gamer but you've got a casual gamer alongside with you, then it's the right type of game to play with them. You know, you've got those mates or younger family members that aren't too into gaming. This is one that you can still enjoy together. Northgard is my last pick this week, and it's a Norse-inspired RTS game that, well, there's not loads of them. It's a kind of an underrepresented genre on the Switch, and a lot of the real-time strategy games out there, they don't port well onto consoles because of the fast-paced nature of them, which can be difficult to map to a controller. Thankfully here though, the gameplay is that little bit slower, lending itself well to the Switch. The cartoon style is reminiscent of mobile phone games, which some will like and others won't, but the gameplay is really solid. It combines action, strategy and 4X simulation building like Civilization. It's engaging without being too heavy, making it well balanced for genre pros and those simply curious to try something a little bit new. And that's it this week. As I said, short and sweet. There's not the biggest sale on, but I think these are 10 really good games. Let us know what you think down below. Thank you very much for stopping by. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. We'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll be back further with some more videos later on in the week as well. So hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Until then, take care.